Hey guys, so I just want to make a video based on my opinion of the best top 5 new moves introduced into the game. And obviously I want to clarify it is my opinion, so you know, people have different thoughts and of the strengths of different moves. This is what I just see from what I've seen so far. So the first move I want to go over is Xiaoyu Step Back 2. Now I think Xiaoyu Step Back 2 is crazy because it's plus 5 on hit. It puts them in crouch so they can't step in one direction. It's high crush. It can be made like a mix-up punish on block. So for example, if I do this and then parry afterwards, you know, you can't even... 1 second, I did that wrong. So you can't even reliably punish it with most characters. Like, only some characters get guaranteed punish, such as Dragunov while standing 1+2 for example. So it is a mix-up block on punish, on block for most characters, and it tracks to her weak side as well. So her weak side doesn't normally slice up left, but you're actually able to track them in this direction with Step Back 2. And of course if they go in the other direction, stuff like Deathward 1 will track this way. So it's definitely a big addition to Xiaoyu's low poke game, just in general poke game. This, in my opinion, is definitely one of the best new moves introduced, maybe the single best move, because it just does so much at once. Mix up punish and block, high crush, and on counter, I forgot to show counter property. On counter hit, it does you're plus 18 in you're minus 18 in crouch. Like Xiaoyu is plus 18, and of course you know what that means. And if she has rage, you know, back turn 4 will frame trap, or rage drive won't frame trap, but it's scary to press against it anyway. So, and of course you can do safer stuff like 1+2 afterwards, or back turn 1. So yeah, she has this low is crazy. It might be the single best move it added yet. Okay, I just want to add a disclaimer before I go into this. I'm a shitty brain dead waifu player, so I'm not going to have the best execution to showcase this. So I'm just getting that out there first. So the next move is Kazuya's while standing 1+2. Why I think this move is crazy is because it's a 13 frame mid that is plus 14 into on ballerina stun for the opponent, and it has tracking to both sides, so it's very difficult to step. So as you, so I can't go this way. Obviously that's not a good way to test, but you can see the tracking anyway. So it tracks both directions anyway. So this is really good to complement his wave dash pressure, because normally you step his electric, or like badly timed electrics and hell sweeps to the left, but because of this move, they're unable to. You can cancel this into while standing 1+2. Now, excuse my execution, but you can waifu into while standing 1+2 with this to stop them from going left against electric and against hell sweep. Because normally before Kazuya would have to do wave dash into while standing 1-2 to realign, or wave dash into while standing 2 to stop them from stepping. But now he has this non-committal mids, this non-committal mids that he can just do to stop them from going in this direction, as well as being a mid option in the wave dash pressure to complement hell sweep, to complement electric. So yeah, the move is pretty crazy, I think. Yeah, it helps his wave dash pressure so much, and it just makes him a lot scarier. And on hits, it's plus 14 for Kazuya, so he gets like a guaranteed wave dash mix-up attempt afterwards, because the opponent doesn't have enough time to step it, for example. So definitely one of the better moves at it. So another move that I think is quite good is Raven's 114, like a new move in Season 4. What it is a 10 frame natural string on counter hit. So if you think of something like Julia's 111, it works in the same way. So the second hit is safe. Now the whole string on counter hit is guaranteed, and it is hit confirmable as far as I know from what other Raven players are telling me. So why this is good is because Raven has stuff like her -1 on her Deathward 1. So if you try to mash a Deathward 1 in return, you'll just get counter hit and you end up eating this, which is pretty beefy for what it does, 40 damage. And at the wall, obviously you get something like this. And the wall doesn't want to be my friend today. So you'll get something like this, for example. So 70 damage is pretty beefy off a 10 frame. And like I said, it's very hit confirmable. It's really good as an interrupt tool if the opponent likes to overextend, or if the opponent does strings with a 10 frame or more gap in them. Or if Raven like frame traps off something like jab into this, for example, like +1, and then if they try to mash afterwards, this is a thing you can do. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a no-brainer. This is definitely one of the better moves at it. And yeah, that's for Raven. So I want to thank Pepper Beef Too Spicy for giving me all this information for this, because I would not know this otherwise, because Lei is pretty awkward to lab if you aren't sure of the character, you know, if you're not a specialist of the character, you don't study your ninja scrolls or whatever, your whatever, you know. But yeah, so Lei's new move in this game is called Snake 4-1. Why this is pretty good is because it's a natural low high, which you have an option to not go into Tiger at +1 or to go into Tiger at +4. So you have you have some options there. So he's in Tiger at +4 in their face. So why this is scary is because Tiger wasn't so accessible before. Like Lei, it took quite a bit of conditioning for Lei to get into Tiger at mental frame advantage, or like, you know, slightly plus frames or whatever. So it was a lot of conditioning for Lei players to get into Tiger to make their opponent respect this. But now he has a very accessible way into Tiger. Even though it is +4, and both options, the scary options out of Tiger, the 15 frame mid-hit convertible launcher, or as we all know, the Tiger low at 15 frame low launcher, you can actually dig jab both options. So what Lei players would do is Lei players will hold back, make the dig jab whiff, and then whip punish with the 2-2. So that's an option they can do, or they can just do nothing and low parry the dig jab. So yeah, and this is really good because he has access to Snake from his 10 frame punish at +2, at +6, sorry, at +6. So what he can do from here is, so he's +6, Snake 4-1 is 15 frames, so they can't even press buttons against it. You're forced to hard duck it, so you cannot press buttons against it. And then of course he has mids to complement this, so 2-2-2 as a mid option to complement it, or just 2-2, or just single 2, whatever you Lei players want to do. They're crazy, right? Whatever they want to do. So yeah, very accessible from his 10 frame Punisher. Really strong mid options in the Snake stance, and if he goes for the new string, he's in their face at +4 in Tiger stance, which we all know is very, very scary to be in, especially at minus frames. So yeah, that's it for Lei, and again, thank you for Pepper Beef Too Spicy for showing me this. Now for the last move, I was kind of on the fence between this move and Asuka's back 2+3 Tsubaki move, but I think Asuka's Tsubaki is a bit more situational in some matchups. It's really strong, but more useful in some matchups than others, while Bob's upper 4 is just useful in all matchups. Now why this move is pretty ridiculous is because it's pretty much a high hop kick that's safe on block. So, and it's also good because it tracks to Bob's right, so it'll track you going left. And moves like Bob Denmark 3 doesn't track in that direction, so if they try to step something like Denmark 3, they will just end up eating this move. And obviously, like I said, low crushes. Now, if you do a low that recovers in crouching, it's gonna whiff because it's a high. But I mean, Bob's offer for it will whiff because it's a high. But if you do like standing low, it'll just low crush it. And it's just, it fills out his fit. He didn't have a 15 frame launcher before, but now he does. He has a quicker whip punisher as well with this up close. It's a better panic move because it low crushes standing lows for a launcher, and it's safe on block, and the whiff recovery isn't that bad as well. So yeah, this is definitely one of the winning new moves in Season 4, I think. So yeah, and it tracks one way completely, like I said. So if you want to step down back 3 and other moves, this will just nail you. So yeah, this move is pretty good for Bob. And that's in my opinion, that's the 5 moves that I think are the best additions in Season 4. If you disagree and you think there's a better move than one of these, then please say in the comments. And thanks for watching.